Welcome to Mac Setup, an Elexio short course. In this course, we're looking at how to install the proper programs you'll need to run the Elexio database on a Mac. The first thing you want to do is remove any old versions of one of two things, and in many ways they're the same thing, but you would be looking for the program Microsoft Remote Desktop. It could also be called Remote Desktop Connection, or it could be indicated as AMP Fusion. Now, if you are completely new to Elexio and you're following these instructions, this one probably would not exist for you. That would be for customers who are following these instructions to update the way that they access from a Mac. So the short of it is you need to look for all of those things and uninstall any of those three things. You may be asked, once you locate those versions and choose to uninstall them, and uninstalling on a Mac is simply dragging anything to the trash bin, you may be asked to type in a password to allow you to make that type of update on your Mac. That's not an Elexio password, that's the password associated with your Mac itself. Step 2 is to get the program Microsoft Remote Desktop. You get that from the App Store. Even though it is a Microsoft program, it is available in the App Store, so you'd want to launch the App Store. Then once in the App Store, you can search for the word Microsoft Remote Desktop, which should return these results. And you'd want to select to install Microsoft Remote Desktop. Once it's installed, it will be available in Launchpad. If for some reason it's not, you could use Spotlight and search for Microsoft Remote Desktop and start the application. When you do that, this window will result, and you would want to select to create a new desktop. That will result in this window, which you'll be completing detailed information to make the connection to your Elexio database. Step 4 is to add the details to make that connection. Your connection name is Elexio database. The PC name is rdo1.clients.elexio.com. Your username and password can be located in the Elexio Account Center. Let's take a look at how you would find your username and password. To access the Account Center, go to account.elexio.com. You'll put in your username and password. This is the username and password you would have been assigned if you first signed up for the Elexio database. You would have been assigned this information. Once you've logged in, the dashboard initially defaults to show your current Elexio products. You'll want to navigate to the Elexio database and click on My Elexio Database Details. Once there, you can see your Mac Solutions setup credentials right in the middle of the screen. You'll need the username and the password. We've already typed in the RDO1 server name in our instructions up to this point. That's common to all customers. The username and password is unique to your church. With the username and password that we located in the Account Center, we can return to the Edit Remote Desktop and place the username and password in the Credentials section. You can leave the gateway to the default, which is no gateway configured. Your resolution, color, and full screen mode can be left at the default, but it is important to make sure that we deselect Start Session in Full Screen and deselect Scale Content. Use All Monitors can be selected or not. To continue Step 4, we need to select the session icon. When we do that, we want to check the box that indicates forward printing devices. The other boxes should by default be deselected, and you can leave them that way. Next, we want to select Redirection, and we want to select the checkbox Enable Folder Redirection, and then select the plus sign. Doing that will enable us to define a pathway that the Elexio database will use to save files into. It's basically going to be a local folder on your Mac. You can click in the Path window, and you'll be able to browse your local device. Select a folder where you want to save files, and once selected, it'll display in the redirection area. The final part of Step 4 is to simply close the Edit window by selecting the X icon. We can now move on to step 5, which is starting the desktop connection. To do that, highlight the connection labeled as Elexio Database and select Start. When you make this connection the very first time, you'll probably be asked to verify the security certificate. You can select Continue, but if you do that, each time you select this particular connection, you'll be asked to verify the certificate. You can avoid that and only make this selection once by clicking Show Certificate and then choosing to always trust the Elexio client. You will probably be asked to put in your username and password to verify this choice. This is your Mac username and password, not your Elexio database password. Once you've verified the certificate, you'll be asked to log in to the Elexio database. This is where you would be using your regular and normal Elexio password. This is not the password that we found in the Account Center. This is not your Mac local computer password. This is the password that would have been set up for you that would configure where you can go in the Elexio database and what you can do when you get there. In later connections to the Elexio database, if you've verified the certificate, you'll be taken directly to this login when you choose to start the connection. The Mac installation instructions that we've just reviewed are also available at help.elexio.com in written format. How and where to go in the Account Center, as well as step-by-step install instructions are provided. Thanks for watching this Elexio short course.